The Detroit Lions are at odds of 77-1 to win the Super Bowl. Their 2016 season win total is set at 7 games. They are at odds of plus 4,000 to win the NFC, while they are at odds of plus 1,267 to win the NFC North Division. Last season saw the Detroit Lions go 7-9 straight up, while going 7-9 against the spread as well. The team went 9-7 on the over-under. The Detroit Lions head into the 2016 season with major questions on both offense and defense as they look to improve from last year's 7-9 record. The Lions will be without future Hall of Fame receiver Calvin Johnson, who retired, and they did very little in the offseason to upgrade their offensive and defensive lines. The Lions couldn't run the ball last season, and there is no reason to think that things will be any different in 2016. Which means quarterback Matthew Stafford will be under pressure again, with teams giving no respect to the running game. The Detroit defense was below average a year ago, and there's no reason to expect it to be any better either. Oddsmakers set the win total for the Lions for this season at 7, but that number may be optimistic. The Detroit Lions still have Matthew Stafford at quarterback, and they have good receivers in Golden Tate and Marvin Jones, but they no longer have a game breaker with Calvin Johnson gone. It will be tougher for Tate as he turns into the number 1 receiver and will now get attention from opposing teams' top quarterbacks. What hurts Detroit's cause also is that they have no rushing attack. The offensive line is terrible, and the running back Amir Abdullah is inconsistent with a tendency to fumble. There is no reason to think this offense is going to be any better this season than last, when they were 18th in the NFL in points per game. On the defensive side, the Lions allowed 25 points per game last season, which was 23rd in the league. The Lions still have Haloti Ngata in the middle and Ziggy Ansah on the edge, but since the team plays a 4-3, they need more than just 2 players up front. The linebackers for Detroit are solid, led by Stephen Tulloch and DeAndre Levy, but the secondary is weak as Darius Slay and Nevin Lawson are not top corners. Detroit did very little in the NFL draft to address the problems other than taking A'Shawn Robinson in the second round, who they hope can help solidify the defensive line. There is no reason to think the Lions are going to be any better than they were a year ago when they went just 7-9. In fact, there are a number of reasons to think that this team will be worse, as Johnson is gone and the defense is weak. The Lions also play in a tough division where the Packers, Vikings, and Bears all look to be improved. There is a good chance that this team slips back and wins only 5 or 6 games in 2016.